So anyway, I ran into Gnosis um, a few weeks back after all of my journeying into the different aspects of religion and God and universe and all the stuff that I came to many conclusions about. I stumble upon Gnosis and I find out the story of
Dear chosen warrior.
hold on. I run into these teachings about the kingdom of heaven being inside, and I read the Pistis Sophia, and much of the Pistis Sophia writings are her lamentations when she's down in the world, the area realm called chaos. She made 13 different lamentations for each layer of existence, apparently, whatever, and those were her begging, not begging, but like they have her in begging mode in this rendition of the Pistis Sophia, because I can't imagine that they didn't alter those books as well, because they're calling Yeshua Jesus in that book, so I know that it had to have been altered. So I'm sure there was a lot more to her calling out to. When I say lamentations, I mean she was calling out to the creator, please get me the hell out of here, they're stealing my light, they're taking advantage of me. The Pistis Sophia ended up being trapped in the 13th realm called chaos, apparently, according to the book, the Pistis Sophia. She was down there because she chose to create without her counterpart from the Pleroma. And she ended up creating this little bratty MFer, and he created all this shit here, this realm, to enslave humanity. And apparently Sophia has been coming back here for all this time, helping people to remember these teachings and helping people, sending light beings, just doing whatever she can to make up for this terrible mistake that she made. And these, a lot of your proverbs and your psalms come from this woman calling out to her creator to get her the fuck out of the chaos that she got herself into. I thought that was real interesting when I was reading her teachings, that, it had the part of may 10,000 fall to my right and 2,000. Actually, I'll get it up here real quick and read it to you. This is literally her shit that she's saying to get herself out of the situation that she's gotten herself into. She's deeply, deeply, deeply in regret for what she did. She didn't do it out of malice. She wasn't doing it because she was just curious. She was curious to see what it would be like to create something. Apparently that was part of the, how it was for what I've come to know as the Aeons, Aeons. That's what the being was called that was created originally, according to the Pistis Sophia. I'm also, I've long known that they switched everything around on us and, called black, white, black, left, right, and right, left, and, all that shit. Everything is ass backwards, upside down. So are the angels, the ones we know of as the angels, are these the good guys? Are these the bad guys? I had listened to Archangel Michael's teachings, and he said that he was not quite an angel, but something more. And I honestly believe that maybe that's what he was referring to, is these aeons. What are you doing, little boy? I'm babysitting my friend's dog for them while they... but he's really sweet. Hi, Charlie Brown. Hi, little buddy. Hi, baby doll. I remember being in rehab one time, and we were all going around the room discussing ways that we could, other shit that we could do instead of relapse. And this girl was like, I would pet my dog or pet a stuffed animal, and like literally almost got into a fist fight with this woman because I was like, oh, well, I don't know about you, but obviously yours, addiction didn't take you to where mine did, because there's no way in hell I could get the junkie that resides in me is not gonna be petting on no stuffed animal and getting what it needs. You know what I'm saying? But I could pet an animal for hours now, and it literally is relaxing. I don't know. Feels like I'm a million miles away from where I was. Yesterday was one of the hardest days of my life. I don't not know why. I literally yesterday was ready to take myself out of my situation. I just was, it is my own fault for going down these rabbit holes, but I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of it. I've obviously lived, and all of us have lived lifetime after lifetime after lifetime trying to figure this shit out. And for whatever reason, because this place is set up in a way in with which, when you start to awaken, or when you start asking questions and you start doing this work and trying to scared the shit out of me, you become a targeted individual. And also they know that there are a lot of celestial beings here now incarnate, and they have a way of figuring out who the fuck you are way before you know who the fuck you are. Okay? They got it figured out upon your, that's why as soon as your kids are born, and mine was too, so I won't say your kids, as soon as our children are born, immediately they are on some level symbolically trapped. They take a picture of the bottom of their foot, put it on a piece of paper. From day one, man, people are targeted. But damn sure if he was born from 1965 to 1980, baby. No, Generation X. They knew there were some celestial motherfuckers coming in then, and they did a lot to target me. And I know a lot of you out there. A lot of you out there also are targeted individuals, because they definitely knew who we were before we did. I greet you from Zanesville, Ohio.